This week, Senator Aisha Wahab and Assemblymember Reggie Sawyer formally introduced a joint resolution surrounding Governor Newsom's proposed 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. That amendment would raise the minimum age to buy a gun to 21, mandate universal background checks, creating a waiting period on all gun purchases, and banning civilians from purchasing assault rifles. Assemblymember Reggie Sawyer joins us now on Inside California Politics. Assemblymember Sawyer, we're sort of at phase one here in this 28th Amendment proposal that the governor wants to get past the finish line. A lot of levels to this. The first, though, is getting this introduced in the legislature. You are carrying this bill on the Assembly side. So how confident are you? Of course, we know this is going to get out of the Democratic-controlled legislature, but moving past that, I mean, 33 states have to sign on to this. How optimistic are you that this will come to fruition?
I'm certain, because I'm a historian at heart, and I'm pretty sure if we look at a lot of the movements that we've tried in this country, whether civil rights for African Americans, voting for African Americans, voting for women, when it first started, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people said it would never happen, but you needed to start the conversation. And you needed to begin the conversation in a constructive way. And what generally happens is the people generally will drive the discussion and the narrative to where you have representatives from every state capital, then we'll hopefully do similar resolutions like we're doing, 33 of them, to convene a constitutional convention. I believe, and the polls have shown, whether it's the NRA, whether our own polls, that SJR 7 can be approved. Not only in our houses and the governor, but it can also be improved when the people rise up and demand safety. That's why it's called the right to safety, because this is what it's all about. It has absolutely nothing to do with trying to undermine the Second Amendment. It's trying to strengthen the Second Amendment so that people are safe in every community in America.
So you mentioned the other states. Has there been any engagement by you or your colleagues or even the governor with any other states, purple states, that there would be any sort of movement on something like this? Do they have interest in this?
So what I've learned is, especially being, it's my 11th year in the legislature, and what I've learned is before you start running, you need to learn how to crawl, then to walk. We're at the crawling stage. And so I got to get it out of my house. And I shouldn't I know you feel pretty confident that it will make it out of our house. I do too. But I have to put in the work. And I have to talk to every member of the Assembly, moderate, Republican, independent, to make sure that we can move this along.
Well, I said that it seems like it'll make its way out of the legislature easily, because when the past has shown us, when the governor wants something done, it usually happens. Do you have any reservations that some members of your caucus might be on the fence about this?
I have no reservations about members of my caucus. I'm hoping that they all sign on. You have to look at district by district at what goes on there. I had members who, for example, have not voted on some of the gun laws that we've passed here in California because their districts may not have been the kind that was amenable to having a sensible gun legislation. But we were able to, with a Democratic majority, we're able to do the will of the people and have those bills passed. And that's what you see in the legislation now.
So what do you say to the legal experts that have raised the concern that this could have, if this were to happen, this could have unintended consequences? You could have red states trying to propose constitutional amendments surrounding gay rights or even civil rights. Is that something that concerns you?
So these laws are in place now. If this is something that red states can start right now, today. And so a concern that just because we've done it and that something more onerous could happen as a result of it, we shouldn't look that way. We should not stop trying to make sure that right now we're on pace at about 25,000 Americans who have died from gun violence. We're on our way to surpassing the 45,000 record of gun deaths that we had in 2021. We shouldn't stop just because of what might happen. That's not how you legislate. You legislate with what is happening right now. And right now, we have a serious problem with gun deaths here in this country.